Okay, hello, welcome back to another video on my channel. Um, you know, it is really late right now, so I'm gonna try and be as quiet as possible. Actually, technically it's early, but who cares? It's like 2 in the morning, so I need to fix my sleep schedule. But that's an issue for me in the future. But anyways, today the main topic of this video is kindness, right? The beauty behind what kindness really is, right? And I feel like this is something that people take for granted often, right? Like, some people live their life thinking that they have been kind in and throughout, every day of their life, they strive to be a better person, but there are some issues with that, right? Because the person who tries to do that makes it known, right? Like, if you're gonna be kind, you're gonna say, oh, I did so and so today, like, oh, I donated $300 to this charity, right? Like, that's not what being kind is all about, right? I think the main moral behind being kind is going unnoticed with your actions, right? So I mean, you could be kind and let it be known, right? That's completely fine. But I think you really find more joy within each action the less people know about it, right? I mean, yeah, recognition is nice. You want to be recognized as like, oh, this guy, he's so kind, I just love him. But I feel that your actions shine louder than people's descriptions of you. And I think that's a huge thing nowadays, right? Everything has to be online, right? Just the other day I saw this video about this one Nickelodeon kid who's now homeless, right? And one of his co-stars decided to help him out, right? But the only reason we know about that is because it got posted online, right? I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Of course, he's doing a good thing, but he's also probably doing it for a good cause, right? He wants to help out his friend. But it just doesn't sit right with me when people do kind things and they post it online, right? That just doesn't sound right. It's not what you're trying to do, right? You be kind to show and to give the world and to make the world better, right? I mean, the world is given so much to you. Why can't you give a little back, right? I feel like that's my philosophy on this. And so kindness is beautiful, right? And there are a lot of things that you get out of it, right? You don't get, well, some people get fame and fortune out of being kind, right? But that's not the main thing that you should want to get out of it, right? The main thing is love, right? When you help someone, okay, and I'll talk about love in a different video, but when you help someone, right, let's just say they're struggling, like they can't, like, imagine this, right? You walk down the street and you see these people begging for money, right? And you give them money, okay? Oh well. The next day, right, you walk up, you give them money, right? Because they're, still begging, you still have money to give, right? And then you keep on doing that for a year, right? Then after a year, one day you suddenly notice, like, hey, they're not here anymore, right? Like, what happened? And that's when you realize, oh, maybe they're okay now, right? And then the next day, you're walking down the street, you look at a store and you see them working, and you're like, oh, look at that, right? And each time you see them, you progressively see them getting better, right? And the one day, let's just say you're walking to go to a job interview, right? And on that way, you see them interviewing, okay? They're interviewing for the same job and they get that job, right? And you're not sad that you missed out on the job, right? You're happy because they got the job. Because you know deep down that they really needed that job, right? And you could live with the fact that, you know, I helped them out, I gave them the job, right? I mean, you didn't necessarily give them the job, but you get the point, right? If it wasn't for you helping them, they would probably still be, you know, begging on the streets, right? So I feel like the end product shouldn't be trying to get recognized for your kindness. I feel like the end product should be finding why you're being kind in the first place, if that makes any sense. Because, you know, life's short, right? Life's really short. And if you're constantly not kind and you're constantly like rude, you're gonna find out that, you know, when you look back, you're gonna be like, oh, you know, why was I like this? But people who are kind tend to have better memories with some people, right? And although it is true that the really bad memories stay, the really good memories fade, right? And some of them may stay with you for the rest of your life, but a bunch of really good memories you're gonna have are gonna fade. Okay, and that's how life is gonna be, right? Good things are gonna leave, and some of the really bad things are most likely gonna stay, right? I mean, yeah, there still are gonna be some good things, right? So like, let's just say you saved someone's life because, like, who knows, they had cancer and you donated, right? You're gonna remember that for the rest of your life, most likely, right? And if you forget it, then I don't really know what to tell you. But you're gonna remember that for the rest of your life. But you're not gonna remember when you gave a penny to a dude who was begging on the streets, right? You're not gonna remember that. But in the moment, you will, right? And maybe for the next week, maybe for the next month, maybe for the next year even, you're gonna remember that, right? And you could live with yourself knowing that, hey, I helped this guy out, right? I made a change. I did something positive to the world. And so maybe the world will lose something positive back, right? Or maybe it won't. And it's that level of unpredictability that really makes you value what this is, right? Because what if the person you were kind to was a not so kind person, right? What if they lived their life with regret, with like a bunch of stuff, right? You being kind, even if it doesn't change them, it shows to them that there are people in the world that can make a difference in someone's life. Even if it doesn't make a difference in their life, right? It made a difference in your life, knowing that, you know, you changed someone. And I don't really know where I'm headed with this, but I feel like if you're gonna take away anything about this, right, it should be that no matter what, you should choose kindness, right? Life is short. There's not going to be a lot of opportunities for you to be kind, but when there are moments, I highly recommend that you do, because you never know what might happen. And yeah, I actually got pretty high this time. Maybe that's kindness paying off. I don't know. This is going to be a shorter video just because it's 2:30 in the morning and I would like to go to bed. But I think that's all I want to say today. So I hope you guys have a great day and goodbye.